Hello, I recently started a reading journal, so I wanted to do like a flip through and also do some of the pages with you guys. It is like my newfound love. I love it so much. I used to bullet journal. I started in like 2018 and I used to use that kind of as like my daily planner, but then it became really overwhelming and I stopped in like 2021. I haven't really journaled since then, so doing a reading journal is reviving that same itch to like bullet journal, but without having to do my day-to-day, because that's still really daunting and takes a lot of time. Like if you have a bullet journal, you know that setting up your spreads can literally take a whole week just to set up your spread, and that's kind of a lot. And I also have found a planner that I love so much. I could also do like a little flip through that at the end. And then some of you guys on Instagram asked me to show my prayer journal and kind of how I set that up. So I can also show that at the end of the video, but the main focus is gonna be this cutie right here. I mean, and also look at the thickness. Look at the thickness that's already happening. I love her so much. I just started this at the beginning of the year. Already have so many fun spreads and it's just been such a great time. So there are some spreads that I need to complete first, and I'm so excited because I feel like this is something everyone can do. Like you don't have to have amazing handwriting. You don't have to be the most artistic person ever. You can do it. I haven't journaled like artistically in years, and it's kind of fun and interesting how quickly I just picked it back up again, and it's been so fun and I just love it. So let's get into it. This is a Scribbles That Matter journal. I've been using this for forever. I have like 3 other ones from 3 previous years in like my storage. I really like this one because the paper quality is amazing. The first spread that I needed to focus on was my DNF graveyard spread. You can kind of see at the corner top left on the white page there was like some bleed through that I had from a stamp that I did. I was not appreciating that whatsoever. I just could not stand to look at it. So I was like, I'm gonna have to cover this up with black paper, but I think that kind of was fitting for the graveyard kind of effect anyway. And I remembered I had this sparkly paper that I got from Joann's, so it just kind of worked out perfectly. I love the sparkles. I used my white Jelly Roll pen, and then I was kind of like, well, it feels a little bit plain, so I also had some stickers that I got from Amazon, and I can have everything linked down below, but I'll also tell you throughout the video just because everything is from a million different places. So with the text, I wanted to do something fun, something different. I love doing bubble letters, but I try not to do that for every single spread. So I was like, let's try something different. I went on Pinterest, and I love going on Pinterest to look for different inspiration, different things. I kind of measured it out with some books that I already printed out that you guys can kind of see so that I knew the exact size, and I really loved how that came out. And also doing like, I don't know, is this called like a drop shadow? How you kind of like do that shadow behind the tombstone? It just adds something more to it. The paper was still kind of like hanging over the edge. It helps so much with cutting little pieces and stuff. And then the next spread I needed to do was my reading log. I wasn't gonna do this because I do log my books in Notion, but I'm like, if I'm gonna have a reading journal, like I need to have a place where I also log my reads. And I'm doing this, I don't know what they call this, where it's kind of like a panel, or like you're kind of creating a door within it, and I think these are so cool because you can like flip it back and forth. I don't know, I just think it's such a it's like a pocket or something. I don't know what people call it. Anyway, I forgot I wanted to put 2024, so I kind of just put it on the side. And oh my goodness, I love Mildliners because they're so pretty, like this hot pink color. I just love it so much with the bubble letters. It's like my favorite right now. I'm probably gonna do like every spread this way, and then I add some stars, and in the back I always pen test to see like what colors look really good together, and I thought that was perfection. Okay, you guys are really about to see me screw up right now. This was like the ugliest, worst spread ever. It's like so ugly. I could not believe it, but I fix it. Don't worry, I fix it in the end. So basically I want to track for this next spread all of the books in the Bible, so that as I read them throughout the year, my idea was that I would go in and color it in. And I was like, well, I have all these like the ink colors that I want to try. I thought I was going to do them all different colors, but then once I tested it in the back, I was like, ooh, I don't like that. So 100% recommend testing it out before you just like go for it. And I was like, well, maybe I could just do like a collage of books, and like as I finish one, I'll color it in with my Tombow brush pens. yeah, no, I hated this. And then I was like, well, what if I color the background with a colored pencil? I literally tried for 2 seconds. I was like, no. But then I remembered I have this like paisley paper that I got from Joann's, and I love it so much. I actually like bought it from the individual section. Like, that's how much I love paisley print. So I was like, well, what if I use like these kind of Pantone for every book? And I was like, no, because I would literally need 66 and that would take up the whole thing and it would cover all the paisley print. And then I was like, well, what if I use my label maker? No, I don't like that either. But then I was like, oh, I have this scrap paper. What if I wrote that down? But then look how much space it takes up. So I was like, yeah, that's not gonna work, because again, I would need 66 of those little papers, and I felt like it was just gonna cover up too much of the paisley print. So what I did instead is this little, what's gonna end up being a flap, because I had leftover paper, which is also like whenever I tape something in, I try to be really careful about where I'm cutting so that I can have those scraps and like potentially reuse them. So what I did here is I just like, you know, created a little flap, which I love because I love that paisley paper so much. Like, honestly, I just want to look at it. Like, I don't even want anything on top of it. Now we're moving quickly into my next spread, and the last spread that I had to complete, which is the anticipated reads. I got this kind of idea from Haley Pham's reading journal video that she did. I copied her and I put them in Google Docs, and then you change the width to 1 and it automatically changes the entire picture to be this exact size. And how I get those pictures is I go on Goodreads and I save them from Goodreads because they're really good quality, and I always make sure I have a full sheet to print because you're using that like special sticky paper, and I want to like use all of the stickiness that I can. And then I just use my little cutter. I don't know, what do you call that thing where you like glide it and it cuts? I don't know, but I love that thing because so much cutting when you do crafting and scrapbooking and stuff, and that's something new I just added to my collection. Peeled them off and then stuck them in. Now we can finally do like the final walkthrough of the entire journal. I think I have like 30 pages maybe completed, 25 even. Just have my name on the first page. I have some blank pages, and then I wanted to like somewhere to put my 2020 to 2022 reading history. I think I read more books in this, but I can't remember because I've never tracked my books before 2023, so IDK. Then I put my reading goals on the left side, the reading goal of 100 books on the right side, and I'll color it in as I go. On the left, I have a bar chart for every month, however many books I read, and then on the right side is for my book club, what books we read each month, and I want to track like what my thoughts were and what I rated it. Then I had my little 2023 reading wrap up, every book I read in 2023 with my star rating, and then I had to buy more stickers to finish filling that in, and then a favorite quotes page, which I haven't really filled in yet. My physical TBR, see, I did that same kind of like page thing, and I think that's so cool, and I'm just gonna highlight them as I finish them. And I also have extra space back there for inevitably adding more books, which I know is gonna happen. My favorite book bracket, every month my favorite book, and then it's gonna narrow down at the end of the year and be like, boom, that was your favorite book. I love how this page turned out. My author backlist, like, see, the bubble letters with the mild liners is just so cute. I love that. Some of the authors that I know I like their books and I want to finish reading their backlist, series tracker, and I made sure to like have extra space for all of these because I know I plan on starting more series. Oh, and this is like the finished anticipated reads. I added those stars, and then I also highlighted the date, so it just added more color to it. And then the like little peach borders. Here's how the DNF graveyard turned out. And then the reading log is so cute. I love those silver star stickers that I got from Amazon. I hesitated buying those, but it was a cute addition. Honestly, I wasn't sure how I felt about the whole paisley page, but I actually love it so much. I just like looking at this paper so much. I have not even wanted to use it because I didn't want to cut it all up, but there we are. And I'm going to show you guys my prayer journal next, just because, you know, it's really quick. All I did was print out my current Bible reading plan, cut it out with those scissors that are like squiggly, and then use some cute washi tape. Oh, I also taped in some of my favorite scrapbook papers. Boom, boom. And then my prayer on the right and do like washi tape around it. It's super cute. And then this is my planner, in case anybody was wondering, because these planners are 100% customizable. So this is like the layout that I chose. I love having just a ton of space to do to-do lists, and then having dotted pages in the back, habit tracker, and there we go. Now I'm sending you back to real life me. me with a face. Okay, I think that is it. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. I think maybe I'll do like in 6 months, do like another check-in and kind of do another flip through, or maybe just like at the end of the year, I will do some more pages with you guys and do like another flip through so we could see how it's filling up. It's just so satisfying. But yeah, any questions you have, leave them down below, and thanks for watching.